about how our bodies are moving and working. Our theme for today is to go inwards and think about how our bodies feel. So not how we look in a pose, but how we feel. Really feeling the different joints and muscles of the body working, but most importantly working for you and feeling right in your body today. As always, don't do anything that pushes beyond the discomfort of stretch or strengthening. So always be really respectful of your body, always seeking kindness and self-love in our practice. So as we go through, if you have any questions, just ask. I'll make suggestions for adjustments, but again, only if those adjustments work for you, with a focus on safety and getting the most out of the session today. So finding your comfortable seating position, we'll start with some breathing, coming into the room, coming onto our mat. So placing your hands in a comfortable position on your knees or in a mudra, whatever works for you. Softening the gaze or closing down the eyes. Taking 3 lovely deep breaths in and all the way out. Allowing your nervous system to relax. Coming into the room today, onto your mat, time for yourself. We'll do a moving breathing today. So taking your hands in front of you, and as you breathe in, raise your arms up towards the ceiling, and as you breathe out, lower them down to the ground. Full breaths in and out. Always seeking to lengthen the spine as you're sitting nice and tall. Moving your arms with the breath. Slowing down the out breath as we go. And then next time you raise your arms up at the top of the breath, bring them down to the side. And then back up again as you breathe in and breathe out. Just enjoying the movement, keeping the spine nice and long. Feeling free to alternate between the two as you wish, or just staying with the one that serves you best today. Focusing on the breath, really lengthening that out breath. And if you want to, when you're at the top, you can cactus the arms as you breathe out, opening the chest. And now you have 3 movements to choose between. Just allow your arms to randomly go between the 3, whatever feels right. Just a few more breaths here. Warming the shoulders and arms as we do this, opening the chest and the shoulder joints. One last breath, and then bring your hands down to your knees, just softening the breath down. And let's warm up the spine in all its dimensions. So bringing the arms up, bring your right hand down, left hand pushes up towards the ceiling. Nice stretch down the left hand side of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing the right hand side of the body to stretch. One more time on either side. Breathing out and reaching. Breathing in and breathing out. Next time with a twist. Breathing in to rise. And breathing out to twist to the right. The right hand behind you becomes like a second spine. Breathing in to sit tall. Breathing out to twist a little bit further. Using the hand on your knee to help you twist further. Looking back to the rear if it serves you. Looking forwards first. Raising the arms and doing that on the other side. Enjoying the feeling of the spine twisting. Keeping your spine nice and tall. And looking forwards first, raising the arms. And allow yourself to fold forwards gently, not too deeply. Just opening the hips a little bit. Breathing gently. Coming up. Crossing your legs on the other side if you want to. And then folding forwards, just gently opening the hips, pushing the knees to the side and down. Beautiful. Coming back up to a seated position, swinging the legs round and coming to a tabletop position. Taking socks off for safety if they're not yoga socks.
They certainly are. On this occasion.
Remembering you have knee pads to support your knees if you need them, and blocks for any movements that will support you too. So coming into tabletop position, also a reminder of my left hand injury, so if I go on my fists, that's just because it's more comfortable for me. Otherwise, pushing your hands firmly into the ground, feeling all 5 fingertips and the heel of your hand, and particularly on the thumb side, pushing into the ground for safety. And just breathing in to look forward into the cow position. And looking back to your navel, into cat. Breathing in to look forward. Breathing out. And breathing in. Coming into a neutral spine, just warming up the wrists, allowing them to go in different positions, maybe to the side, maybe to the rear, if that works for you. Just allowing a little bit of movement, just to warm them up. And then taking the left hand to the left-hand side of the mat, placing the right hand on top of it and pushing back to open up the side of the body, feeling the right shoulder joint and armpit in particular, opening that joint. Coming back up, right hand goes to the right side, left hand on top, and just pushing back. Just feeling that stretch in the armpit, in the shoulder joint. And then coming up into your tabletop, walking the hands forwards and just allowing your head, nose, chin, whatever's comfortable for you, and allowing your chest to drop towards the mat. Opening up the front of the shoulder joints. Allowing the spine to lengthen. You may be able to get a slight more lengthening of the spine if you just push your hands just an inch forwards. Just feeling how this feels in your body today. Just allowing some opening and stretching. Gently pushing into your hands, coming back up to a tabletop position, tucking the toes, placing the hands strongly on the floor and pushing back into the first downward dog of the day. In this first one, really bending those knees, pushing into the hands and getting a nice long spine. Walking the legs if you want to, walking that dog. Just allowing those hamstrings to feel a little bit of opening. Really prioritizing the lengthening of the spine and the feeling of the spine, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. Just noticing how the spine feels. Really pushing into those hands and pushing those hips away. And walking the hands back to the feet. And slowly standing up. Oops. Standing at the back of our mat in our Tadasana position. The mountain pose. So feet strongly into the ground. Legs, knees, thighs and hips fully engaged. Feel your glutes slightly engaged, feel your core engaged, chest and shoulders, whole body engaged, head reaching up towards the ceiling gently, just feeling this neutral position and the full engagement of your body. In this position, as we move, let's just move gently and retain that full body alignment. So raising the arms high, clasp the hands, release the forefingers into Kali Mudra. Hips go to the left, hands come to the right, creating a banana shape in Bananasana. Allowing the left side of the body to stretch. Breathing in to come up And breathing out to go to the other side. Arms staying long, elbows by ears. Enjoying that stretch down the side of the body. Coming back up. Hands come down in front. Thumbs released. And we're just going to do a spinal twist. Keeping the hips reasonably still. Just as we breathe in and out. Just allowing our arm to stretch to the side. One more time on either side. Opening across the shoulder and the chest as we move to each side. Clasping the hands at the front, pushing in to those hands, allowing the upper back to round, opening the thoracic spine joints. And then coming into our cactus, allowing the lower back to very slightly arch into our cow position. Hands come to heart center, coming down into a chair pose, left elbow on right knee, gentle spinal twist. You can make it deeper by pushing into the top, just allowing the spine to twist. A little bit of a warm up for the thighs too. Breathing in to rise, and breathing out to twist to the other side, looking up towards the top elbow. Using your right elbow on your left knee to just twist a little bit further. Breathing in to rise, and breathing out, still in our mountain pose, observing how the body feels, observing the freeness that we've just created in the spine. With gentle eyes or even closed eyes, we're just going to tightrope forwards to the top of the mat. Maybe not with eyes closed. Good job. Really feeling the feet. Okay, hands come high. Stepping back with the right foot. Coming up into a high lunge. Feeling the opening here of the right hip flexor. Left knee over left ankle for stability and safety. That back leg is strong and long. Without thinking about it too much, dive forwards into your high split. Hands come down to the ground or blocks. Or right leg raises high. You'll feel it in your glutes in particular. They should be doing the majority of the work. Another 2 breaths. And then stepping back to your high lunge. Opening out to warrior 2. And just feeling here how your warrior 2 feels, remembering front knee over ankle, not collapsing inwards. Straight line from one fingertip to the other, looking towards the left fingertips. And then just notice your rear ankle pushing into the outside of that back foot. Find the angle that's right for your foot. And then flip that front hand and reverse your warrior. Right hand comes down right leg. Again, still noticing front knee over ankle. Nice stretch down the left hand side of the body. Come back up to a warrior two, and this time side angle. Pushing that top arm forwards, this time stretching down the right hand side of the body. Making sure that your body feels right today. You're getting the most from the moves, but not introducing discomfort. Coming back up to your warrior two. This time clasping the hands behind, we're going to dive forwards into our humble warrior. Your left shoulder might come onto your left knee. Just opening the shoulders here. Shoulder blades are coming towards each other at the back of your back. The front of your shoulders are stretching. Coming back up to your warrior two, straightening that front leg. Pushing towards your left hand, rotate into your Trikonasana. Straight line from your fingertips to fingertips. Nice straight legs if that works for you. But if you've got any discomfort in your knee, feel free to have a little micro bend. You don't have to go too low with your hand. Don't strain your shoulder. If it's too much, you can bring it behind your back. Just do what's right for you today. Feeling the poses rather than worrying about what they look like. Bring that right hand down to the front leg. You may want to step the back leg in if you've got a wide stance, but otherwise we're just folding over that front leg. Just feeling a stretch down the back of the leg into the hamstrings. Your gaze going towards the front of the mat. Not dumping into the lower spine, keeping the spine long. Just allowing that hamstring to stretch. Now the right fingers come to the floor and revolve your left arm up towards the ceiling into a revolve twist. Again, if that's uncomfortable for your knee, have a little micro bend in the front knee. Both hands come down. Left knee bends, come back onto the ball of your rear foot, and then just step forwards. Rising into a chair. And then standing tall at the top of your mat. I'm just going to go to the other end of my mat. Now we're just going to repeat on the other side. So left leg steps back. Coming into your high lunge position. So really noticing again how that back leg feels nice and engaged. Stretching the hip flexors at the front. And then we'll dive forwards into our standing split. So using the gluteal muscles to raise that leg. Strengthening the glutes. And of course, the body as a system, the stronger the glutes, the less strain there is on minor muscles, for example, in the lower back. So really strengthening those glutes to serve us. Stepping back to your high lunge, keeping that deep bend in your front leg, opening out to your warrior two. And just pausing for a second to look at the alignment of your legs, making sure your front knee is over your ankle, making sure that your back leg is strong and long, and you're able to push into the outside of that back foot for strength and stability. Flipping that front hand and reversing your warrior. The left hand comes down the back of the left leg, pushing up into that front arm to get a nice stretch all the way down the right hand side of the body, opening the shoulder joint. Come back to your warrior two, side angle. Keep breathing, keep feeling. How does this feel in your shoulder? How does it feel all the way down the side of the body, all the way to the left foot at the back? Coming back up to your warrior two, hands clasped behind, and diving forwards into our humble warrior. Nice strong stance, strengthening the hips. Nice deep bend in that front leg, gives some strengthening in the quads of the right leg. Opening the shoulders. Coming back up to your warrior two, straightening that front leg. Pushing forwards and rotating into your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Just noticing how this feels in your body today. This is a strong pose. You may feel it in lots of different parts of your body. Hips, hamstring, waist, shoulders. Just feeling how that feels for you today and making small adjustments to create strength but also comfort. Okay, bring that left arm down to the right. Step in a little bit if it's nice, if it's a long stance, and just fold over that front leg, creating a stretch in the hamstrings. You can have a micro bend behind the knee if it's too not comfortable for you. Just giving it a moment to allow that stretch to develop in the back of the leg. And then bringing your left fingertips to either the floor or a block. Rotate the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then bring both hands down. Come on the ball of the back foot, bend the front knee, and just step forwards. Coming up into a chair pose. And then standing tall. And just spending a moment now in your Tadasana once again. Engaging the body. Allowing your breathing to settle. Your nervous system to calm. Whole body and mind engaged and focused. We'll do a little balance today. So just spreading out the toes of the right foot. Just bring your left knee in. So balance is something we practice often, especially as we get older. Just looking for your drishti, your point of focus on the ground. If you feel stable, you can reach towards your foot and pull it nice and high. All wobbles are good. And then allowing that foot to come down. This time spreading out the toes of the left foot and bringing the knee in. Finding your balance. Your hip flexors here doing the work. Flexion. If you want to, you can reach down towards your foot and give your hip flexors a little bit of help to raise the knee even higher, opening up that hip joint. And then standing nice and tall, coming to the top of your mat and coming down however works for you today. Good job. Okay, at the top of your mat, we're just going to do a little bit of ab work and back work just to strengthen today. So, starting in our first position, hands coming behind the knees and just tapping our toes. Core is engaged, the spine is long. If you want to, you can hold in boat pose. And if you want more, you can bring your hands forwards. Just challenging the core. And then placing the feet down, coming into a tight ball, giving yourself a hug. And just rolling down onto your back, slowly one vertebra at a time, and bringing your knees into your chest. A nice hug. Rocking from side to side if that works for you. And taking hold of the feet and coming into happy baby. Bringing the knees down towards the armpits. Opening and stretching. Okay, allowing your right leg to go straight all the way down to the floor. And you're holding on to your left knee. So there are two choices here. You can either stay in this position and just raise and lower your right leg. We're doing core muscles. So just slowly, slowly, slowly raising and lowering the leg. A slightly harder version is strengthening those hip flexors by pushing the bent leg away. So we're doing two things for the core. We're pushing the bent leg away and we're raising and lowering the right leg. It's significantly harder. Don't push yourself. Don't do more than your body wants today. Just one more. And then let's swap legs. So left knee comes in, right leg goes straight. Holding onto the knee, raising and lowering that left leg. Great job. If you want a little bit more challenge, just pushing into that right thigh, really challenging the core. Creating your six-pack in your abdomen. Beautifully done. Bringing your knees into your chest. A nice big breath in. And a full breath out. Arms come to the side. Using your abdominal muscles, take your knees over to the left. Breathing in, bring them to the center, back up. And breathing out, take them over to the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Perfect, perfect. One more time on either side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. This time rolling over onto your left side. Bring your hands together in front of you, straight hands. And just allow your right arm to make a full circuit up to the top of the mat, all the way around behind you, and back to the starting position. 360 degrees. Using the full motion, and again, one more time, using the full motion of the shoulders. Remembering to breathe, focusing on how this feels for your shoulder. Finding any points of tightness and maybe moving there, pausing for a moment to allow that tightness to disappear or just relax a little bit. And then coming all the way down as close to the ground as you can keep it. And back to the starting position. And then taking your right arm over so you're lying on your back again. And taking your knees over to the other side to do it all the way on the other side. Enjoying the movement, allowing your shoulder joints to open and feeling the stretch across your chest, correcting the poor posture we have when we're sat at laptops or phones. Remember thinking about how it feels today and remembering at all times no harm for ourselves, no pain, just nice opening movements. And then when you're ready, roll back onto your tummy, onto your back. And then however you want to, do a funky movement or just roll over onto your tummy. So I'm going to do a funky movement. Coming forwards. Stepping back And coming down on mindfully. Lying in a prone position on your forearms, allowing your spine to lengthen. You can use your forearms on the ground to pull slightly backwards so that you can push your head forward and your spine nice and long. And just relax. Allow your belly to melt into the ground. Allow your lower back to relax completely. Noticing how the body feels in this moment. Coming down onto your tummy. Hands come beneath your shoulder joints, but using the back muscles and the glutes, in particular the glutes. Remember, the body is a system. We're going to raise up into a cobra, not creating too much strain, but feeling the strengthening in the lower spine. So breathing in to prepare. Just pulling up into our cobra. And then coming down. Hands coming to the side. One more cobra. Hands under the shoulder joints. Using the back muscles. Breathing in to prepare and breathing out to rise. You don't have to rise too high. Allow the muscles to do the work. You can even take your hands off. And then one more time. Relax down. We're going to do one last back strengthening pose. We're going to do a locust, so just preparing. So your hands can come underneath your hips to prepare. Bringing your chin or mouth and nose to the mat if it's not comfortable for your neck. Breathing in to prepare. And then just raising one leg, so your right leg. So it's your glute that's doing the work. And then lowering that leg. And now your left leg, breathing in to prepare. And then raising that leg. And lowering. And this time we're going to do both legs, breathing in to prepare. And then raise both legs. Just pushing into the glutes. Allowing the glutes and the strength of the back body to raise those legs. And then lower them. Arms come out. Just relax for a moment. This time we'll do our locust with our arms forward. So bringing your arms into a T at the front. Toes come together at the back, toes and heels together, legs clasped tightly together, and we're going to raise arms and legs, so breathing in to prepare. Just raising our arms and legs, feeling our glutes and our back muscles strengthening. 3, 2, 1, and down. Take relaxing breath. Using your hands underneath your shoulders, just push yourself back into a wide leg child's pose, allowing the body to melt down towards the mat. Choosing a position that feels right for you today. Pushing the arms forwards or bringing them back. Whatever feels comfortable for you today. And just allowing the mind and body to settle. Finding a few moments of peace. Pushing yourself up gently into your knees, bringing your knees back together. And just kneeling for a second, opening up the feet. Just allowing our toes and feet to get some opening attention. And then sitting onto our feet, and if you want some more, you can raise your knees to create flexibility in the front of your ankles. Now swinging the legs around, bending the knees generously, taking hold of the two big toes, keeping the belly on the thighs, and just walking your feet forwards until you achieve a stretch in your hamstrings, protecting your lower back, keeping belly to thighs, nose to toes, nice long spine. If you feel some ease in your hamstrings, you can walk your feet a little bit further. And then gently sitting up. Now lying down for a few relaxing stretches before our Shavasana, so hugging those knees in nice and tight. Taking the right leg over the left knee and just rocking the legs to the left hand side. That's the way. Keeping shoulder blades on the ground. Just creating a twist. Pop in a block or bolster under the knees if you need it. Looking over towards the right fingertips, if you can. Noticing again how this feels. Not twisting too far to create discomfort. And then gently bringing your legs back to centre, uncrossing your legs and crossing them on the other side. So left knee over right. And just allowing them to go down to the right hand side, looking over towards the left. Creating a position that provides stretch in the hip and lower back and outer thigh, in your abductors. Not stretching too far, not creating discomfort, being kind to your body. Just noticing how it feels, not worrying about what it looks like. Bringing your knees into your chest, unraveling your legs, and just taking a moment if there's one last move that you want to make. Just tuning into your body and how it feels. Maybe you want some little knee circles or a happy baby. Maybe you want to cactus the arms. Just thinking how your body feels today and what you want to do just for a moment or two. And then when you're ready, find yourself your Shavasana position today. Either lying on the mat, maybe putting a jumper on. You can have a bolster under your knees if you want it. Let me know if you want a blanket. And taking 3 deep, lovely breaths, settling onto your mat. Just letting it all go. Just noticing your chest rise and fall. Letting go of any tension in your forehead or jaw. Just allowing your whole face to relax. Noticing your neck and shoulders relaxing onto the mat. Just allowing them to let go of any tension. Opening fingers, stretching out your hands, and then allowing them to completely relax. Scanning down your spine all the way past your scapulars, your shoulder blades, all the way down your back to your hip joints, allowing your hips and your sacrum to relax and grow heavy on the mat. And then all the way down your thighs, knees, calves, to your heels. Just allow them to relax. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow your breath to soften and your breathing to be calm and relaxed. Allowing mind and body to be still, to find peace. noticing with each breath, just allowing your body to relax, allowing your breath to go to a point of focus that needs some attention today. Breathing into that place and breathing out. Releasing any tension, bringing in healthy, healing prana. When you're ready, just moving fingers and toes. And in your own time, bringing your knees up into your chest. Rolling over onto one side if you want to, into a fetal position. And when you're ready, coming up into a seated position. Rubbing your hands together to create some warmth. And giving yourself a nice big hug for a job well done today. Om Shanti.
Namaste. Go in peace.